For about 3 decades, the king of Eswatini, King Mswati III, has been enjoying absolute powers without or with little resistance. After the death of Thembinkosi, a democratic protest began. On the 29th of June 2021, over 70 citizens died in the hands of Eswatini government. Infrastructure worth about 800 million emalangeni was destroyed by the protesters. Subsequently, the king called Isibaya. Isibaya is a crow where Swazis gather to hear their majesties appointing government official and or making drastic changes in the country. The last time Emaswati were called to Isibaya, the king was appointing the current prime minister, Mr. Cleopas Dlamini. The Eswatini leader further called those who were opposing him drunkards and marijuana smokers. These appears to be the only words he uses when he addresses the political unrest in his country. He once firmly said he cannot dialogue with the smokers, of course referring to the nation that calls for multi-party democracy. The chairman of SADC Troika, who also doubles as the president of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa, sent a special envoy to the tiny kingdom of Eswatini. After meeting with the king through his representative agreed to dialogue.
Ingwenyama isithume ukuthi asililele bonke labo labalahlekelwe impahla yabo ababe maduthu bekune isithume ukuthi sililele nalabo labalahlekelwe ihlobo dabo nalabo labalimele labasetibhedlela kungathi bangalulama masinyane. Ngwenyama isi itasibita sive utokuva letikhalo sato lesive.
The dialogue is set to occur around January next year on his Isibaya. The multi-stakeholder forum, the political parties assembly and the incarcerated MPs through their statements refused to have a dialogue on the king's suggested venue. Multi-stakeholder forum and political parties assembly says Isibaya is not an inclusive venue, while the MPs demand the release of all political prisoners first before any dialogue can occur. The opposition parties demand an international body to facilitate the dialogue since, according to their evaluation, the king is not fit to facilitate the dialogue. On the 27th of October 2021, the king's appointed prime minister said any changes that needs to be made must be made through the Eswatini constitution. The prime minister said SADC's role is to mediate and offer advice but not to prescribe any direction for the country. He firmly said SADC or any international body cannot lead the process of dialogue. He further rubbished the formation of interim government, saying such assertion is misplaced and has no basis in fact and in law. The Prime Minister further reminded the nation that Eswatini is a sovereign state and that the government structures still exist and will remain functional for the dialogue to take place unconditionally. Swaziland News editor, through an article, thinks that the Prime Minister was just expressing his disappointment.